Making sure that you reach a Muslim audience using Facebook ads in 2025 is actually pretty simple. And before you click out of this video, because it sounds a little bit scammy and too good to be true, I want you to let me land. Because my name is Harun Ismail, I am a Muslim advertiser. I help Muslim brands worldwide that spend $10,000 or more utilizing paid advertising to essentially grow their brand. And whenever I speak with a lead or just in general a potential customer, jump on a sales call, a discovery call, whatever it might be, the main bottleneck that I hear is that I can't reach my audience. It's too difficult for me to reach my Muslim audience, and I don't really know how to target Muslims using Facebook ads in 2025. And I kind of understand why it is pretty difficult, because reaching a Muslim audience, if you don't have any experience with advertising, can be incredibly rough. What I see nowadays is many brand owners out there scratching their heads thinking, how is it not possible for me to make sure that whenever I spend my hard-earned capital on Facebook, that I actually reach my audience? And whenever I essentially lay out why that is, or how you essentially reach or make sure that you reach your audience, I'm always met with the answer of, is it actually that simple? And to be transparent, it actually is. Now, if you want to reach a Muslim audience on Facebook, you have to make sure that you dial in the way that you essentially communicate. That's actually it, and that's actually how simple it is, because so many brands out there don't really understand that it all comes down to how you communicate. Facebook's algorithm is incredibly efficient in 2025, and I, alhamdulillah, have the pleasure of working with Muslim brands worldwide at this point, whether that be brands in America, Europe, Australia, you name it. And every single time that I have an ad account where we incredibly efficiently reach our audience, it's always because we have dialed in the way that we communicate. And when I say the way that we communicate, I mean that we have dialed in our creatives and we have dialed in our copywriting to make sure that our creatives and copywriting only speak towards a Muslim audience. Now, there is a saying in life that says that if you can't stand up against anything, you will fall for everything. And it's kind of the same in business. If you are trying to reach everybody, you will essentially reach nobody, because you don't resonate with anybody. So what I want you to focus on when you want to reach a Muslim audience is make sure that your creatives and your copywriting only target those people. I want you to be so focused and narrow in your communication that it is essentially impossible for you not to reach your audience. When it comes to Facebook ads in 2025, the algorithm is so incredibly efficient, and Facebook as a platform optimizes their ads, or just in general optimizes all pieces of content to reach the people that would engage with that set content or that specific ad. So if you are having ads that aren't reaching your audience, it is because that your ads isn't effective enough or narrow enough in the way that you communicate. And Facebook, or the algorithm inside of Facebook, are having a really hard time to essentially digest which people or whom would actually benefit from seeing this ad, because Facebook as a business model is based out of consumer satisfaction. So if your content isn't gonna satisfy the audience that you are trying to reach, well, it's said to say that those ads or the creatives that you are trying to push won't reach your audience. However, if you have creatives, if you have a really narrow communication that is gonna be aligned with a Muslim audience, that a Muslim audience will resonate with, that a Muslim audience will like, will comment underneath of, well, it's said to say that you are gonna reach a Muslim audience. And that is essentially what it comes down to. The solution to that problem is incredibly simple. You don't have to look inside of your ad account and go inside of your ad set and insert all of those crazy interest groups that I'm sure that you have perhaps tried before, or perhaps your agency or freelancer that is running your ads have maybe tried before. Run your ad account in an incredibly simplified manner. Run everything broad and make sure that your communication is dialed in. If you do so, hand on heart, Allah being my witness, I know that you'll reach a Muslim audience. And if you aren't reaching the audience that you want, take a step back and look at how you communicate. That's essentially what is going to determine if you're going to reach the audience that you desire to reach or not. Now, if your ads aren't converting, well, that's perhaps because of a different problem. Let's say if you are in a position where you know that your communication is dialed in, but your ads aren't converting, that could be any other problem and not just your communication. That could be your pricing, your business model, your offers, if you don't have product market fit or not, or whatnot. So there is plenty of reasons why that is not the case. But if you want to reach a Muslim audience, it's just about how you communicate. And with that said, if you are a Muslim brand owner out there that is spending more than $10,000 or more on advertising and want to see how I potentially could help your brand grow through paid advertising, feel free to book yourself a call directly in my calendar through the link in the description. What I essentially help my clients with is peace of mind and peace of heart, knowing that they can focus on where they have the most leverage inside of their company and not just focusing on ads, because I, as an advertiser, take care of that. So if that sounds of interest, again, you can book yourself a call in my calendar underneath. That's it. Jazakallah khair, and hopefully you learned something new in this video.